This one projected tank going down.
World War II was a time of chaos and destruction. Millions of people lost their lives, families were torn apart, and cities lay in ruins. After the war was over, some shocking things were discovered that will leave you astounded. So, let's dive into 15 incredible findings from World War II. Number 1. The Enigma Machine. The Enigma Machine, a symbol of secrecy during World War II, was a big deal. It was created by a man named Arthur Scherbius for business stuff, but ended up being a key tool for the German military. They used it to send messages that were super hard to figure out. This machine had different versions, but they all did the same thing. Messed up messages using rotating parts. It made it really tough for anyone trying to read those messages. The Germans made the Enigma even more complicated by adding more parts like extra rotors and a plug board. This made it almost impossible to crack. Because of this, it became a super useful tool for sending secret info, like plans for U-boat attacks and where they were moving their troops. After the war, lots of these Enigma machines were found. Now they're in museums all over the place. They're a reminder of how the war wasn't just about fighting with guns and tanks. There was a silent battle happening too, with codes and ciphers. These machines show how important brains and tech were in the war. They tell us that intelligence and technology played a huge role, just like the soldiers on the battlefield. The Enigma machines aren't just cool old gadgets, they're a piece of history, reminding us how smart thinking and technology can be as powerful as any weapon. Number 2. The Ghost Army. During World War II, among all the chaos and destruction, there was a sneaky team known as the Ghost Army. These folks were a mix of artists, actors, architects, and engineers working for the U.S. Army's 23rd Headquarters Special Troops. Their job? Trick the enemy. The Ghost Army had a cool task: fool the bad guys by making it seem like there were more Allied soldiers than there actually were. They used all sorts of tricks, things you see, hear, and even listen to throw off the Germans. They did a bunch of things to trick the enemy's eyes. They put up fake tanks, made pretend airplanes, and even built fake buildings. It looked so real that the Germans fell for it. They also used big speakers to play sounds of soldiers and machines, making it seem like there were more troops around. These smart folks even sent fake messages on radios to confuse the enemy. Imagine getting fake reports and orders. It really messed with the bad guys' heads. The Ghost Army kept their work a secret until the 1990s. Their sneaky moves made a huge difference. They saved loads of lives by tricking the Germans, especially near the end of the war. Nowadays, people remember the Ghost Army's crafty tricks through movies and museums. They're even thinking of giving them a special medal in Congress for their awesome help during the war. Their legacy reminds us how being clever and creative can be just as important as fighting with weapons. The Ghost Army's story teaches us that thinking outside the box can really change the game in war. Number 3. Yamashita's Gold. In the mysteries of World War II, one story stands out: Yamashita's Gold. This tale revolves around General Tomoyuki Yamashita, who led Japan's forces in the Philippines. Legend has it that there's a bunch of gold and other loot hidden in tunnels and caves at the war's end. The story goes that this treasure came from countries in Southeast Asia, taken over by the Japanese. They supposedly looted it and brought it to the Philippines, planning to take it back to Japan. But when things turned bad for Japan in the war, they hid the treasure, thinking they'd come back for it later. Except they never did. In the 1970s, a Filipino locksmith named Rogelio Roxas said he found part of this treasure. He had a big fight with the Philippine president, Ferdinand Marcos, who apparently took Roxas's find. This made people pay attention to the story. But despite lots of searching and some claims of finding treasure, nobody's ever shown any real proof that Yamashita's gold exists. Even though there's no solid evidence, people still love the idea of this lost treasure. Treasure hunters keep looking for it, and there are lots of theories about where it might be. Some folks think the story came about because people were struggling after the war and just wished for something better. Others see it as a reminder of the terrible things done by the Japanese in the war. Whether or not the treasure is real, the legend of Yamashita's Gold is a fascinating part of World War II's mysterious story. It's a puzzle that keeps people curious, even if we're not sure if the treasure was ever really there. Number 4. The Amber Room. The Amber Room, once hailed as an extraordinary masterpiece, is now one of World War II's biggest mysteries. Built in Russia during the 18th century, this room was a stunning display of Baroque art, decked out with over 6 tons of amber panels, backed by gold leaf and mirrors. But when the Nazis invaded the Soviet Union in 1941, they dismantled the Amber Room and moved it elsewhere for reconstruction. Strangely, after the war, it vanished without a trace. Despite loads of searching and many theories, no one has found the original Amber Room. The Soviet and later Russian governments looked everywhere but found nothing. Some think it's destroyed. Others say it's hidden or in private hands. Meanwhile, a replica was painstakingly crafted and revealed in 2003, dazzling visitors at the Catherine Palace. Number 5. Hitler's Führerbunker. In the heart of Berlin, deep below the ground, rested Hitler's Führerbunker, a network of air raid shelters that served Adolf Hitler's refuge during his last days. Built as part of the Reich Chancellery, this bunker was the nerve center of the Nazi regime in the final months of World War II. It wasn't just a hideout. It had various rooms, living spaces for Hitler and his inner circle, meeting rooms, even a private doctor's office. As the Red Army closed in on Berlin in 1945, Hitler, along with some aides and his partner, Eva Braun, sought safety within this fortified bunker. It was on April 30th, 1945, that Hitler and Braun reportedly took their lives inside these walls. Today, a simple information board near the Holocaust Memorial marks where the Führerbunker once stood. The German government has chosen not to extensively excavate or memorialize the site to prevent it from becoming a rallying point for neo-Nazi groups. Despite its minimal physical presence, the Führerbunker remains a haunting symbol of the final phase of Hitler's rule. It's a chilling reminder of the destructive path taken by the Nazi regime and the enormous devastation it caused worldwide. The solemn history attached to its remains continues to captivate historians and those fascinated by World War II, shedding light on the grim reality of Hitler's last days and the atrocities committed during that time. Number 6. The Bad Arolsen Archives. In the small German town of Bad Arolsen rests a seemingly ordinary group of buildings, housing an extraordinary collection. The Bad Arolsen Archives, also known as the International Tracing Service. Inside these unassuming structures lies more than 30 million documents, an unparalleled archive chronicling the suffering of victims and survivors of the Nazi regime. Originally established by the Red Cross after World War II to track missing persons, the archive's purpose expanded to encompass records from concentration camps, extermination sites, ghettos, and Gestapo prisons. These documents form an extensive database crucial in research and restitution efforts. They help uncover truths, confirm the fates of victims, and reunite families torn apart by the war's horrors. For a long time, access to the Bad Arolsen archives was limited due to privacy concerns. However, since 2007, it's become an invaluable resource for historians, researchers, and families seeking information about their loved ones. The archive's digitization project, initiated in 2016, opened these records to a global audience, notably through initiatives like Every Name Counts. The Bad Arolsen archives continue engaging the public in honoring and commemorating the victims. They serve as a stark reminder of the scale and organized cruelty of the Holocaust. This repository stands against denial and distortion of history, emphasizing the importance of preserving the truth. As the number of Holocaust survivors diminishes, the archive remains a guardian of their stories, ensuring that the memories of millions of victims endure, bearing witness to one of humanity's darkest eras. Number 7. The Nazi Gold Train. One of the enduring legends of World War II is the Nazi Gold Train story. According to this tale, in 1945, as Allied forces advanced, a German train loaded with gold, jewels, and priceless artifacts set off from Brooklyn, Poland. This heavily guarded train supposedly vanished into tunnels beneath the Owl Mountains, part of the secretive Project Reese, a massive Nazi construction effort. In 2015, the intrigue around the gold train surged when 2 treasure hunters claimed they found it using ground-penetrating radar in a hidden tunnel. However, Polish authorities, after investigating, found no evidence supporting these claims. This added fuel to the debate over whether the train actually existed. Skeptics argue it's just a myth, a combination of rumors and hearsay from after the war. Yet, supporters argue there's enough indirect evidence, like eyewitness accounts and Nazi records, hinting at the train's possible existence. The legend of the Nazi Gold Train isn't just a thrilling treasure hunt story. It's also a stark reminder of the looting carried out by the Nazis across Europe. Whether real or not, the ongoing fascination with this tale speaks to the enduring impact of World War II on our collective imagination. It's a tantalizing mystery intertwined with historical intrigue, stirring our curiosity and reminding us of the complexities and mysteries that linger from that tumultuous time. Number 8. Dead Sea Scrolls. During World War II, a remarkable discovery unrelated to the conflict itself altered our understanding of ancient history and religion. The Dead Sea Scrolls, uncovered accidentally by Bedouin shepherds in 1947 near the shores of the Dead Sea. These scrolls are the oldest known copies of books from the Hebrew Bible and various Jewish texts. They shed light on life during the Second Temple period. Initially, the war's chaos hindered research on these ancient treasures. It wasn't until the 1950s that a dedicated team of scholars could delve into the scrolls, unveiling their profound significance. These texts offered invaluable insights into Judaism, early Christianity, and even influenced scholarly thoughts on biblical accuracy and religious beliefs, giving context to the life of Jesus. Discovered in 11 caves with the last finding in 1956, recent technological advancements have enabled new exploration and preservation methods, leading to further discoveries in the region. Most of the Dead Sea Scrolls are now housed in collections by the Israel Antiquities Authority and showcased at the Shrine of the Book, a part of the Israel Museum in Jerusalem. However, some scrolls remain in the possession of private collectors. Debates persist over the scrolls' origins and interpretations, but their discovery remains one of the most remarkable archaeological finds of the 20th century. Intrinsically linked to the upheaval of World War II, the Dead Sea Scrolls continue to captivate scholars and enthusiasts, offering profound insights into ancient times and religious beliefs. Number 9. Wreckage of the USS Indianapolis. During the final stages of World War II, the sinking of the USS Indianapolis stands as one of the U.S. Navy's most heart-wrenching tragedies. This ship, after delivering vital components for the Little Boy atomic bomb to Tinian Island, was hit by a Japanese submarine in the Philippine Sea on July 30, 1945. Out of nearly 1,200 crew members, only 316 survived, with many succumbing to exposure, dehydration, and shark attacks. For over 70 years, the USS Indianapolis lay undiscovered, its location a haunting mystery. Then, in 2017, thanks to advancements in technology and a civilian research team led by Microsoft co-founder Paul Allen, the wreckage was found over 18,000 feet below the ocean's surface. This discovery brought closure for survivors and the families of the victims, making a poignant reminder of the ship's tragic fate and the sacrifices made by those aboard. Thorough surveys and examinations of the wreckage have provided crucial insights into the ship's final moments, allowing for a proper commemoration of its place in history. The wreck site is now recognized as a war grave, with continuous efforts to protect and preserve it. As one of the most iconic shipwrecks from World War II, the USS Indianapolis remains a source of fascination for historians, marine archaeologists, and the public alike. Its tragic tale remains etched in the records of naval history, serving as a poignant reminder of the bravery and sacrifice exhibited during wartime. Number 10. Sinking of the Bismarck. The Bismarck, a massive battleship crafted by Nazi Germany, stands as a pivotal chapter in World War II's naval history. Its cutting-edge design, immense firepower, and heavy armor made it a grave threat to the Allied shipping routes, prompting its destruction to become a crucial goal. The ship's sinking began in May 1941, during the Battle of the Denmark Strait. There, the Bismarck and the cruiser Prince Eugene faced off against the British ships HMS Hood and HMS Prince of Wales. In a tragic outcome, the Bismarck sank the Hood, marking a devastating loss for the British Navy. After this triumph, the Bismarck tried to escape the pursuing British fleet and find safety in occupied France. However, luck turned against it when a fortunate torpedo hit from an aircraft launched by the HMS Ark Royal damaged the Bismarck's rudder, rendering it nearly impossible to steer effectively. This left the ship vulnerable to the approaching British fleet. On May 27th, British battleships King George V and Rodney, alongside cruisers Norfolk and Dorsetshire, caught up with the Bismarck and launched a relentless assault. By mid-morning, the Bismarck was sinking, reportedly scuttled by its own crew to prevent capture. The wreckage of the Bismarck was discovered in 1989 by underwater archaeologist Robert Ballard, resting at a depth of approximately 15,700 feet. The remains of this battleship serve as a poignant reminder of the immense scale and intensity of naval warfare during World War II, highlighting the grave toll and ferocity of those tumultuous times at sea. Number 11. The Mouse Tank. The Panzer VIII, famously known as the Mouse, occupies a distinct place in World War II history. This colossal vehicle, designed by Ferdinand Porsche and commissioned by Adolf Hitler, holds the title as the heaviest fully enclosed armored fighting vehicle ever constructed, tipping the scales at a staggering 188 tons. The Mouse was engineered to break through enemy lines while being nearly impervious to attacks. Its mammoth size housed formidable firepower, featuring a 128mm main gun capable of demolishing any Allied tank. However, its immense weight posed practical challenges, resulting in slow speed, high fuel consumption, and an inability to cross most bridges. During the war's final stages, the Red Army captured one of the Mouse prototypes. To prevent its capture, its German crew partially destroyed it. This captured prototype was restored using parts from another prototype and is now on display at the Kubinka Tank Museum near Moscow, Russia. The Mouse tank symbolizes the extremes of wartime engineering and the hubris often associated with such ambitious projects. Despite its inability to influence the war's outcome, the Mouse remains a fascination for military enthusiasts and historians alike. It represents a unique and intriguing chapter in the history of armored warfare, showcasing the sheer audacity and innovation attempted during that period. Number 12. SS Gersopa Silver Treasure. The tale of the SS Gersopa and its precious cargo stands out as an extraordinary treasure find linked to World War II. This British steam merchant ship, loaded with an enormous stash of silver bullion, was sunk by a German U-boat in 1941. Resting on the Atlantic Ocean floor for over 70 years, its treasure was eventually brought back to the surface. Originally part of the British India Steam Navigation Company, the Gersopa was later enlisted by the UK Ministry of War Transport during the war. Departing from Calcutta, India in December 1940 with tea, iron, and a substantial load of silver, around 7 million ounces, the ship was heading towards Galway, Ireland. However, low on fuel and battered by rough seas, it became separated from its convoy. Spotted by a German submarine, U-101, the isolated Gersopa was torpedoed, sinking swiftly. Among the 85 people on board, only one survived, managing to reach land after 13 days in a lifeboat. Between 2012 and 2013, a salvage operation successfully recovered over 99% of the recorded silver cargo, more than 110 tons, marking the largest precious metal retrieval from a shipwreck in history. This incredible salvage required sophisticated, remotely operated vehicles and advanced deep-sea technologies due to the extreme depth and challenging conditions at the wreck site. The story of the SS Gersopa and its silver treasure not only uncovers a substantial amount of precious metal, but also unveils a captivating chapter of maritime history, intertwined with the broader narrative of World War II. As we continue to explore the depths of our oceans, this successful salvage operation stands as a testament to how modern technology unveils hidden secrets submerged for decades. It prompts us to ponder what other remnants of our shared past lie waiting for discovery beneath the murky depths. Number 13. The U-boat wrecks. During World War II, German U-boats played a chilling role in the Battle of the Atlantic, menacing Allied ships and crucial supply lines. Despite their initial successes, the U-boats faced a turning tide as the Allies improved anti-submarine tactics and technology. By war's end, many U-boats were sunk, scuttled, or abandoned, leaving their wrecks as stark reminders of their grim fate. In 1991, the discovery of U-869 off the New Jersey coast marked a new phase in U-boat wreck exploration. Initially mistaken for U-85, its true identity was confirmed in 1997. Extensive research and risky dives uncovered its tragic end, sunk by its own torpedo, a stark testament to the peril faced by U-boat crews. Similarly, the discovery in 2014 of U-576 near the wreckage of the merchant ship Bluefields it attacked sheds light on the brutal convoy battles of the Atlantic War. These wrecks, largely undisturbed, offer a frozen glimpse into a conflict of the past, serving as underwater graves that now host marine life. For historians and divers, they provide a unique opportunity to explore a crucial aspect of World War II history, a poignant echo of the lives entangled in the machinery of war, a reminder of a conflict that reshaped the world. By continuing to study these wrecks, we deepen our comprehension of the past, preserving it for future generations. Number 14. The Roswell Incident. The Roswell Incident in 1947, though not directly linked, has roots in the conflict and has captivated people with its intense fascination, debates, and conspiracy theories. This event has significantly influenced modern beliefs about extraterrestrial phenomena, extending its impact beyond historical realms into popular culture. It began when a rancher discovered peculiar debris on his New Mexico property in July 1947. Metallic sticks, tinfoil, tape, and sturdy material unlike anything known. Reporting it to local authorities, the military at Roswell Army Airfield promptly secured the debris. Although occurring post-World War II, the Roswell incident's connection to the conflict through Project Mogul and the early Cold War era makes it an intriguing part of World War II's broader narrative. It remains an episode where fact, fiction, and speculation intertwine to form a captivating tale of mystery. Roswell, New Mexico has embraced its unique place in history, boasting a UFO museum, an annual UFO festival, and alien-themed businesses, attracting tourists worldwide. As we delve into this incident and its myriad debates, we encounter a captivating aspect of post-World War II society and its enduring impact on popular culture. Number 15. The SS Richard Montgomery munitions ship. The SS Richard Montgomery, a ship from World War II, sits under the water near Sheerness, England. It's filled with explosives, which makes it a scary reminder of the war. This ship was made in 1943 to carry stuff for the Allies. In 1944, it was loaded with a lot of weapons and sailed to France. But when it got to the Thames estuary, it got stuck in the mud because of low tide and too much stuff. They tried to free it, but it broke and sank, explosives and all. This sunken ship shows how World War II still affects us. People worry about its explosives causing trouble. It teaches us that old war stuff can still be dangerous, even after many years. Alrighty folks, that's a wrap for this video. We hope you find it informative and enjoyable. So, what do you think about these incredible findings from World War II? Share in the comments below. Moreover, if you appreciate our content and wish to stay updated on our latest releases, we encourage you to subscribe to our channel and activate the notification bell. Your support means the world to us. Thank you for tuning in, and until next time, stay curious and keep exploring.